You know, originally I wasn't going to do a video on this topic about David Jaffe, but after recent events that happened on Twitter and how he was calling out other content creators, I kind of thought to myself, you know what, I'm kind of not going to leave it to Steam, well, not to stream anymore. I'm just going to go ahead and put this like in a video format for everybody to enjoy, and I have a feeling that David Jaffe's going to look at this video, be all like a little pissy and stuff, but you know, I really don't care. I just wanted to make a video on this and throw my 2 cents in, as I usually do. Now, if you don't know who David Jaffe is, David Jaffe is an American video game designer best known for directing the Twisted Metal and God of War series. Now, a lot of you may be sitting there thinking to yourself, like, wait, Gar, why are we talking about this developer? Why are we even discussing about this guy right now? Well, I'm going to go ahead and tell you guys why we're going to be discussing about him. See, these days, he's not developing video games anymore. You know what he's doing currently right now? He's got a YouTube on his, well, you know, he's got a YouTube channel right now where he talks to his audience members about developing video games and all that sorts of other stuff. But for the past couple days, David has been saying some very questionable things, like blaming gamers for certain acts that happen within the gaming industry, and, well, let's just say going after other content creators, claiming certain topics that I don't want to discuss right now because, you know, I'd be kind of spoiling it right now. I'm gonna kind of keep you guys engaged a little longer in this video, you know what I mean? That's the typical YouTube stuff, you know? I want to keep you guys here long enough so you guys can hear the bulk of stuff. So without further ado, I ain't going to take much of your guys' time up, and we're just going to go ahead and dive right into that content. So please make sure to go grab yourself a nice little drink and a nice little snack, and we're just going to go ahead and dive right into the content.
When you say that the gaming community ruined this game's success, I mean, you know, I don't think that's entirely fair, but I think there is a lot of truth to it.
I think you probably got a degree in sociology from the city college.
And believe it or not, chat, that little comment right there, that started the video right there, is what started the whole shitstorm on YouTube. That got everybody riled up. Hell, it even got me, you know, really riled up on stream. That one was a bit of a doozy one. And all I have to say is that comment that was made by David Jaffe is so fucking ignorant. I had to take a double pause when I heard that one. Literally, David, are you kidding me right now? How is it the gamer's fault in this situation? Like, really? You really think it's our fault? You think we were the ones in there, in the studio, helping them craft this video game together, writing down every single dialogue, every piece of code, every just designing the characters too? You really think it's the gamer's fault? You really think we had our hand in this whole creation over here? Trust me, if we had our hand in the creation of this game, it would be like a complete 180 of what this game is right now. Just even saying something like that was more ignorant when you said this about Fortnite.
Cheat. And stream snipe. Wait, who's the hunter now?
I think it's, is it Jay? This has got to be what it's like if you're in a school shooting.
And if you think for a minute that's all the content I got for you guys, oh boy, how wrong you really are.
If you're EA, you've got to kind of prepare for the market winds that you're sailing into and all that. And so they should have been prepared to counter, and they weren't.
David, there was only one way they could have avoided this whole possibility. Trashing this whole game, trashing the writers, trashing the game designers, and starting completely over again. Because let's be honest, this game is absolute fucking trash. From the UI design, to the gameplay, to the freaking writing with the characters. Like, are you kidding me? You want the best example of their absolute best tier of writing?
So, I'm non-binary.
What does that mean?
It means I don't feel like a man or a woman.
If you are neither a man nor a woman, then what are you?
Non-binary. I just said, and I'm going to use they instead of she from now on.
If this is because I have criticized your dress or your manners...
It isn't!
Under the Cune, the term for one whose gender does not match the one given to them at birth was a cunithlock. Perhaps you are like that.
Why do you have to keep picking at it? Why can't you just be happy for me?
Evatosh, chakra toebra.
So I'm supposed to struggle with who I am? Even if I don't feel like I fit, even if I feel wrong?
No, you misunderstood.
Then say it better!
Oh, and you're going to love this next part, fam. You're going to absolutely love this part. You know this forced diversity that they going on right here? Yeah, get a load of this right here. They can't even keep the same story straight, okay? Get a load of this one. When you kill off Tash and your Let's Play, your little walkthrough, well, not walkthrough, but your little playthrough, if you kill her off, guess what happens? Get ready for this one.
But then at the end of the game, if your Tosh is killed, and here's Isabella dead naming Tosh as a she instead of they, you know how she would want to be honored?
You made Tosh so happy, Rook. I saw the small knowing smile when she looked at you, like there was a secret only the two of you shared.
There would have been no way for them, David, to prepare for this at all. Especially how poorly they handled the previous fucking games that they've released. Yeah, no chance in hell. Not a chance at all.
Really, at this point, all that gaming community that you're talking about has done is they've made it so they've actually made games worse, which is what they say they're trying to not do.
Pardon me, but that's bullshit.
They made games worse. They made the games worse, even though they're not even in the same building with the developers and the bosses over there telling what needs to happen, what needs to be designed, what needs to be coded. Are you fucking kidding me, Jeff? Do you even work as a developer for God of War and Twisted Metal? Do you even understand the basic foundations of how games are made? No, I'm pretty sure you do, but I'm pretty sure this just comes a place of ignorance and you're just trying to blame the grifters in this situation. It was what 4 people, Andy Man, Grums, Synthetic Man. No, it's not those content creators' fault that this narrative is being pushed. It's the developers and the bosses that are in control of this whole situation. They are the reason why they got pushed over to those content creators in the first place. These content creators that you're trying to say that it's these grifters' fault, they're not the ones who made these video games. These aren't the people that made Concord that absolutely flopped, or made Veilguard. Come on, Jeff. Really? Did you really work as a developer? I'm seriously starting to question it.
The charismatic grifters that make the videos that for whatever reason people respond to, people who haven't actually played a game played this game will hate it just because they're sort of told to hate it. And so what does EA do next time?
Jeff, I know this is hard to understand, but these grifters wouldn't have a career in the first place if it wasn't for the people in charge of these developers forcing a message down our throats, okay? That's what you seem to not understand in this situation. If it wasn't for the people that was in charge, these grifters wouldn't exist. You do understand that, right? They wouldn't exist at all. Maybe they would exist, but at a smaller degree. But as the past years have come with all these poorly developed video games, poorly written video games, they've been pushed into the grifters' loving arms over here. And you know what, Jeff? They don't have to listen to what the grifters have to say in this situation. They don't have to obey them. All they have to do is show these cutscenes, the ones that I showed earlier. It would be more than 100% justified not to buy this game and completely just fucking ignore it.
I don't even know what it asks, but this character apparently is the Barv trans character, and so far there's nothing. Not that needs to be. I mean, to me, that's the equivalent of saying, "Do you want black people? Do you want black people in your game? We have a button that'll get the blacks out." That's the equivalent of it. But if that's what you're saying, I mean, I didn't even know that's what they were asking.
Yeah, I'm not pulling the pin on that grenade.
I'm not touching that segment. No, there's not enough money in the world for me to touch that segment at all. I'm moving on to the next clip. Fuck that.
I mean, here's what I'll grant you. If you're watching me play this game, I get that you would look at this game and say, well, this doesn't seem like a Game of the Year contender, and it may not be. It probably isn't for most people. But I've been playing this now on stream for a little over an hour. Are you seriously looking at this and going, this looks like utter shit and it's crap?
Yes.
I'm going to exclude the writing and the voice acting from this segment right here. I'm going to show you why this game is absolutely terrible. I want you guys to watch very carefully as David pulls back the arrow and he launches it, it hits the tent. How is that even good game design? If it was good game design, the arrow would have gone through the tent. Clearly. And don't even get me started on that crystal right there. What is the point of having a barrier right there around that crystal in the first place? What is the barrier protecting? None of this makes sense with the game at all. Like, why? I have so many questions for this game of why this was designed a certain way. None of it makes sense, Jaffe. And if you guys thought that was the end of this whole situation, no, I've got more content for you guys. See, there's a YouTuber by the name of Vera Dark that covered this whole situation going on. And let's say David Jaffe caught wind of that, and he said this about her. Hopefully you're ready for this one.
You're not bright enough, Vera, to talk to me or to talk about what I talk about. You're just not.
David, if I were supposed to put you in there in the room with Vera, she would eat you alive. She could debate circles around you. Would probably sit there and cry and moan, kind of like what you did on Fertango streams. Yeah, remember that one? Remember that stream? Remember that stream where you were freaking out on Fertanga because, you know, he was challenging your ideas and nailing you against the wall and you started freaking out on him? I remember that. If you guys want to see that stream, I'll have it linked in the description so you guys can see it for yourself, because trust me, you'll see Jaffe's true nature in that video.
He also said, oh, he's older than me, so he knows more about politics than I do, and that I should, quote, go fuck myself. So I'm one of the grifters he's calling out, even though his definition of a grifter is somebody sitting online, making videos, talking about a game, when he's literally doing the same exact thing. Now,
I mean, she's not wrong, David. You literally said that in your previous video, the clips I showed earlier. Yeah, literally anybody that made videos on this telling that it's like a terrible game. Yeah, they're grifters, absolute grifters. But you want to know how he replies to her chat?
Jaffe's definition of a grifter is literally sitting online talking about games. You don't believe me? Not a problem. Vera Dark here for you with all the facts. Here's where he defined grifter 2 years ago. What's that you say? Grifter? Grifter, huh? Well, I suppose that's when you play them video games like the Atari, and you have somebody taking a picture of you and you say, I'm going to say this about the video. I think that's a grifter. Didn't think we'd find this, did you, Jaffe? But I'm good at my job. I've never defined grifter as that. A grifter is somebody who makes money off people by lying to them.
I don't know who told Jeff that was a good edit right there, or like this was a good countering point to do, but whoever told you that this was a good idea, Jeff, you need to get new friends, because obviously the people that told you that this was a good edit aren't your friends at all. I cannot understand why you even thought this was a good idea in the first place. But hold up, wait a minute, you thought this couldn't get any worse at all? Oh, you have no idea how worse this can get. We're about to hit the climax of this video right now, so I suggest to buckle in, get ready for this next part, because I'm going to tell you right now, once you see this clip, oh yeah.
You don't know how to do this. You are in that chair, Vera, because of your hair and your face and your gender. And that's fine, by the way. There's no problem with that.
Are you fucking serious right now? If I've ever heard these terms in my life to be more accurate, and you guys know for an absolute fact that I don't like to sling these terms around just for willy-nilly, but that is some sexist comments if I've ever heard it in my life before. I don't like throwing that term around, but that right there, Jaffe, that is wow, dude. Like, are you fucking kidding me right now? Nobody respects her because she does her research thoroughly, mind you, and make sure she doesn't just go along with allegations like you did. No, I'm sorry. I don't fucking. I don't like. I never liked David Jaffe before, but right now I dislike him even more. Especially when he got some backlash this morning too. Oh, look at this one.
You can dislike me because of what I said about Vera Dark. From my 2 encounters with her content attacking me, I sense her large audience is based on her being an attractive woman, but that is not misogyny. Lots of women, and men, are talented and ugly, pretty and useless, and pretty and talented. If I was making a statement about women in general, it would be misogyny, and I would never say or think such a thing. This is just me punching back at a person who punched first by claiming her most useful asset as it relates to her channel, MO, is being a pretty woman.
You all think you're the heroes of your own story.
David, you swung first. Don't say she swung at you first, because you put out a blank statement saying this is the fault of all gamers in this situation. Don't sit there and act like you're the victim when you're the first one that started this whole shitstorm. Don't play innocent in this situation. The whole past 10 minutes of this video is just covering your bad take on this whole Dragon Age Veilguard thing going on. You started this shitstorm first, and when somebody decided to tag you back, like, I can't stand it, I can't debate him back, I gotta go for low-hanging fruit, I gotta tell her that the only reason people cared about her is because she's a woman. And David, don't sit there and pretend that you're innocent in this situation too. You totally did comment on her looks and the fact that she was a woman, and that's the only reason why she's successful, not because she put in the hard work. Hell, you even discounted how much hard work she put into this. No, you fucking said in your own words the only reason why she's successful is because she's a pretty woman and everybody likes looking at a pretty woman, even though she's obviously put in the work to get to where she's at right now. Yeah, no, it's obviously because everybody loves a pretty woman, not because she worked hard. Go fuck yourself, Jaff. And thankfully, that is the end of the video of all the content right there. I swear, covering this whole topic about David Jaffe just has made me just dislike the guy even more. Like, I disliked him even more when he said that comment about Fortnite and how he treated freaking Fritanga and the many other content creators. This right here just kind of sealed his fate with me. I'm just like, nah, I don't like this dude at all. But you know what, guys? That's all the content I got you guys for today. Let me know how you guys feel in the comment section about this whole situation going on with David Jaffe. You already know how I feel about it. I want to see how you guys really feel about it. So, like I always say, please leave a like if you like the content, and leave a comment in the comment section. I always want to hear what you guys have to say. And hey, if you enjoy this type of content, my rants and my raves and all that type of crazy stuff, subscribe to the channel. I'll definitely have more content coming for you guys. But besides that, I'll see you guys in the next video. Yeah, in the next video, I got a Harmon Smith video coming. It's about the PS2 sales. Yeah, this one, I saw this one coming. I'm like, yeah, I got to do a special edit for this one. So see y'all in the next one. Later, fam.